And
All right.
so the lady pulled up, and she was just telling me how she works with animal rescue. And I kid you not, this is not a joke, folks. This actually is not a joke. This is a true to God story of me having
True
to.
Starscreamer to God.
Huh?
True Starscreamer to God.
Anyway,
Yeah.
this was me literally having to hold in being a smartass because this lady was being like an utter like Karen. She's annoying. She's talking down my product. She's saying the prices are too high, but things at Home Depot. Yeah, anyway, she was just totally trying to devalue us. But she was telling me how she was. Oh, she's little. I'm into animal rescue. You know, I when I leave here, I have to go help this female cardinal stuck somewhere. I'm like, okay. She's like, but before I got here, this person called me saying how a goose got struck in a parking lot. And the first thing that's going through my head is, what? They didn't hear it honk? But that's not the worst thing that I was going to say, because then she goes, but it turns out, I had to explain to them that it just wasn't going to make it. And all I wanted to say to her was, can I get their number? I got a special on a grill that'll fit it.
Say the line, Dave.
It's not a joke. This actually happened yesterday.
What?
But yeah, at work. Roll that footage.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
Well, I know you had an interesting work story, so I think it's just going to be the three of us tonight. Mike might be hopping in a little bit late. Matt's
are you sure about that?
Oh, well, I just missed that one.
This just in, folks.
This just in. Breaking. You're learning as soon as we are. T is taking a night off, and Matt had a work event. I don't know if anybody follows Partsformer on social media, but he was out for a work event, and apparently I got some exclusive footage of that work event. If you want to see it, you've got no choice, so I'm going to roll it anyway.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
The funniest part was that first part almost sounded like him.
I know, right?
I was like, holy shit, did you get an audio of him?
I wish. I should have been like, hey, can you just leave me a voicemail? You just cursing me out. All right. Well, hey, let's get some audio in here. Let's get some background music. I was like, wait, this feels a little off. There we go. Now we're cooking. Well, it's Thursday. If you're watching us here live on YouTube, well, thank you very much. We love you guys. We wouldn't be able to do this show without all of you who tune in each and every week and support the show. Thank you. If you're watching us here live on YouTube, you got to pop into that live chat over there because we've already got a whole bunch of cool folks like Jedi Mindset, Toy Mafia, Effortlessly Random, Princeton Phalanx. We've got TF Hustler in there, Brad Harper, Winston Leggett. We've also got Mike hanging out there under the Junkion Crafts and Builds account. So, make sure you drop a comment in there. We'll be highlighting your comments all throughout the course of the show. And we'd love to have you guys interact with us when we talk some of these news stories. We've got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. So before we get into it, make sure you slam that like button. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. Ring that notification bell. And also, while you're at it, check the link in the description below. We've got a link to our Teespring store. We've got some of the best priced podcasting merch out there. You're going to look good. You're going to help out the show. So check us out. We've got a lot of cool designs and might be working on a few new ones. I don't always say that, but I've been a lot better with pumping stuff out in Photoshop lately. So you gotta give me a little of that.
I'm glad you added the with Photoshop part.
Well, Photoshop, and I've been working in CapCut a lot.
I was just saying, I'm glad you didn't say you're good at pumping stuff out.
I'm good at that too. Take that for what you want. Sony looks horrified. He's like, I'm gonna stay in this man's house potentially in a week.
Did you know there is a new figure action podcast?
There is.
By the same title.
What?
I just sent you a link.
It's in the private chat. Let's check this out in real time.
It's slightly different. Figure Action, a collector's podcast.
Oh, that's us.
Wait, this is you?
Yeah, that's us.
That's us.
Yeah, we had John Bailey on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So So early on, back when we were doing Google Hangouts, it was a lot easier to just by way of RSS. Well, not RSS, but there was an easier way where we could upload to like Google Play and Apple iTunes,
And we
Spotify.
sounded a lot more popular than we actually are. So we could trick a lot of people into coming in.
You got to be the change to see the change. You know, that's the way it works.
All right.
So,
false alarm.
Yeah, but no, that is us. So, but it only goes up to episode 18. So it looks like, wait, a new show started. No, that was us 6 years ago.
Well, I didn't recognize John Bailey either. So
You're like, wait a minute, Epic Voice Guy stole our show. No, he was a guest. So
that's cool that he was on the show.
Yeah. We gotta try and book some more folks. Frankly, we have figure reaction. So, Dave, do we have anything in the pipe for that before we get into it?
We have something in the pipe. I'm just confirming the date next.
Sweet.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll get into how everybody's doing. Starting off with Dave, True Starscreamer. How the hell are you? And I know you didn't get anything cool, but I still want to know how you're doing.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'm doing pretty well. I mean, I did get something cool, just nothing toy related. I picked up a new acoustic guitar today because my old one, the pegs were finally breaking. So I'm trying to get back and playing guitar, bettering myself a little, not just sitting here being a shutterfly in the basement. So I can sit here and just, I've got my crap electric here. I have to restring my good one.
You got Cover Girl.
Huh?
I said you got Cover Girl.
I do. Well, we're going to talk about that. Well, I had Cover Girl. I just finally got around to opening her up to reviewer. And I do have a Cover Girl review up for those of you who actually pay attention to my channel. Effortlessly Random. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. So I do have one view out. The Blade review. Oh my lord, that thing broke over 1,000 views though from last week. So thank you for those of you who helped out with that. One little bit of drama news, if you guys have been for long-time viewers of the show, they finally ran the proper power today for my sewage pump.
Nice.
So they just need to put the alarm in and get it inspected, and hopefully I'll never have to talk to Roto-Rooter again.
Don't jinx it.
So that's my week. We are adulting because I'm excited about power to a sewage pump. God, I gotta trim this mustache. That's uneven. Anyway.
Well, next
Sony,
up,
how you doing?
Yeah.
Doing good. I can't remember if I showed this last time or not. I think I might have.
I think we all went down the blaster roster.
It's grown on me. It's grown on me. Initially, he looked.
So does Athlete's Foot.
It grew on me like Athlete's Foot. Yes. I got this guy for the second time, and I'm disappointed for the second time. Yes, but why? I don't know why. I got it because the other two are coming out, so I was like, well, might as well get the full set. But I don't know. It's not great. It's all right. That's really it. I didn't get anything much. It's been a light week. I'm actually going to be traveling next week, so
yeah, it's going to be. We'll probably have some bonus footage on your channel and this channel too.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get some, fap time. That sounds really, really bad.
So private room, got it. And from 9:15 to 9:45 is Sony time.
Podcast time.
Dude, you totally got to soundbite that.
I'll clip it.
But anyway, yeah, I am hoping to have hang out and hopefully get some kind of footage if we go hunt. Or whatever.
Yeah,
so you want footage of your fap time?
Yes, footage of the fap time. Yes.
Got to say it.
Zero, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. So it's gonna be a fun week for me next week. So work-wise, I'm actually running training sessions. So I'll be in Delaware Monday through Thursday. I'm not really looking forward to that, but I mean, it is what it is.
Is this on your new thing?
Not necessarily. It's not related to that potential project. It's more or less kind of something that we're doing, getting ready for what's coming, and we do like train the trainer sessions. So I'll be the technical end of that. So, hopefully that it's going to be a boring week. I'm going to be in an office that's not my office, and kind of just making sure that there's no technical issues going on throughout the training, and make sure the connectivity issues are all taken care of. So actual IT work for the week. But yeah, it's like I'm going to be commuting back and forth every day, and then Friday we get to kick back. We got a little event planned, so I'm looking forward to that. And
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All next week I'm doing training.
Oh, well, shit. So, but you're going to be on the opposite end. You're going to be receiving the training, whereas I'm going to be at you're going to be
delivering.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm delivering training to managers all week.
Cool. So yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm just the technical end of it, but still, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Hopefully I get out early. It's supposed to be scheduled for 8 to 5, and it's a secure building, so I'm going to have to get there a little early. Hopefully it ends early and I can get back and beat that traffic, because if you leave Delaware anytime after 3:30, it's rough. Anytime after 4.
They should pay for a hotel.
They could, but it's a 40-mile drive. I'd rather just go home and be with my wife and my dogs.
Right.
So, as far as pickups, I got a couple things. I got the Studio Series Fall Cybertron Barricade, and this guy feels like he came out of 2010 for better or for worse. He has no ankle pivot. He's big. He is a big deluxe. Like, for point of reference, here's one of the Sideswipe molds. And
wow.
Wow, I'm actually impressed.
That was in store, or you ordered it?
I got it from Amazon. So he showed up the other day. I don't have the Bumblebee yet. I don't know. I was talking to T on the side after getting this guy. I'm like, I don't know that I'm going to keep the Bumblebee, because I just fished the old Bumblebee out of my storage bin and put him with my Planet X stuff, and he looks great. And honestly, this guy is big enough to fit in with Planet X. He's big. It's just he has no modern articulation, really. Like, he has no ankle pivot, just forward and back.
No.
Yeah, he legit, and they're pinned ankles. So if a third part up with replacements, everything's pinned on. So it legitimately feels like a figure that came out in 2010. Like articulation wise. And then also the other thing I don't like is he has that same gimmick that Optimus has, where you pop the arm off and you can put the gun on. But they have this weird L-shaped peg on the arm, so there's nowhere to store the arm on it. Like, there's a post back here. I guess you could shave this down to fit on, but it just...
You shouldn't have to shave a factory built. Exactly.
I keep all of my stuff stock, or in a spot where I can make it stock. Like, I don't modify my figures like that. And then secondly,
good luck with Amazon. You seem to get your stuff pretty quickly, and
and
it gets canceled.
Yeah, I do. It's like one area where that's pretty reliable is Amazon. And then also it's fairly hassle free if I do have an issue, just to get them to do an exchange. Right. And then I got this guy from Pulse today. This is the Shattered Glass Grimlock, and I will bring this on Friday, so you can check it out. The paint on this guy is amazing.
It's shocking how much paint they put on him.
And one of the things I love, it's like my camera is not wanting to focus, but underneath this chest piece, it's a clear orange chest piece. They painted that, and it just looks really awesome in person. And just the way they did the mouth plate on him, just this is a really cool paint deco. And they just picked out so much in the paint. And this is probably my second favorite, because that Jetfire they did.
Jetfire, yeah. I was going to say, other than the Jetfire, that's like the second best one.
Agreed.
But other than that, I have Tattoo Starscream, but there's really nothing to say about him. It's Revenge of the Fallen Starscream. So he's down in the basement. So I might bring him on Friday too, just as something different for people to check out. But
Masterpiece?
Yeah. So, but that's it for me. Let's go ahead and we'll get into the news, because we had a live stream that happened yesterday, and they revealed a lot of stuff. So we'll go through it. Let me go ahead and we'll share it, because it was interesting. So Sixo, who's a pillar in the community, he was part of this Hasbro live stream. He's a very well-known photographer. He does blogs with TF Source, and he's been well known in the Transformers community for a while. He co-hosted this live stream. It was initially presented as like a Robosyn live stream, but they didn't really show anything new. I thought they were going to show that Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah, they should have.
Robosyn.
They should.
So, Kev, we're going to be doing a little meetup at Red Brick for like T, Matt, Sony, myself. So
yeah,
yeah, I can send
I'll
you the
think
details
about y'all.
Well, you're in North Carolina.
Make a trip.
Yeah.
Hey, 6-0, I love 6-0, so I've always been a fan of him. And I told him back then, like, you should start a YouTube. He was like, no, I'm not really into video. I just like taking pictures.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but you have a good show voice.
He did. He really did.
And then he did. He started the channel and it did really well. And then the next thing you know, Hasbro calls him up and it's like, come on the show.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
So we'll get out of the way of these gamer chairs. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell somebody. I'm gonna tell everybody that needs to hear it. Don't get a gamer chair. And Winston, we're gonna be there at 5 p.m. is the start time.
Those are UK exclusive. We can't buy them if we wanted to.
And I recommend not ever getting a gamer chair. Just to be honest, like I got a gamer chair briefly in 2021, like when Lex and I were living with our in-law, well, my in-laws, her parents, while we were house hunting. I needed it. I was like, yeah, I want to get a new office chair because mine kind of got not destroyed in the move, but it started to really deteriorate. So I was like, yeah, I'll spend a little money. I'll get a gamer chair. Terrible for my back. I just recommend go to Office Depot, sit in some chairs. Go to any office supply store. It doesn't have to be Office Depot. Sit in some chairs and get something that's comfortable. These things are hell on your lower back. So maybe if you're like in your teens or your 20s, they're good for you. Just don't.
It's also only really meant for PC gamers, not really for like console gamers, because you're just gonna sit on the couch.
Exactly. I mean,
I was gonna say I have a sectional sofa for my console gaming.
Oh, I finally bought PSVR 2.
Oh, nice.
So I forgot to mention I got that coming too.
You had Gran Turismo.
I had Gran Turismo already.
Okay, so you're all set.
GT7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Robosyn Prime, they showed off the Elite. This has been out for a minute. They really went on about the packaging and how there's collector packaging with it. Why you would ever get this, and
I got to play with this. So I saw it, and then I got to kind of pick it up and mess with it at TFCon. It was not better. I don't know why people are saying it's better than the original. It's nowhere near as good as the original. I just don't understand why it's called Elite. It's not better. It's smaller. It's got less panels.
Yeah, there's less parts that transform, like the tanks and the mirrors. And Brian, we will get to that because we're gonna head over to Shozi. But yeah, I think that the whole Elite part is just kind of a marketing. It's really the original one is Elite, and the packaging and everything is just way superior. So
I think it was just a price point thing, right?
It was size and price point.
They realized the price point was too high, and they could sell more if they brought it down. You can move on.
I get it. It's fun. If I saw a voice activated Prime, I would shout at it for a little bit, but after that, it's just a great piece that I occasionally break out every now and then to flex to some geeks.
Yeah,
it's less about flexing for me and more. I love having it because it was. I think T's in the same boat as me. Not to speak for him, I know he's in the chat. So T, keep me honest if I'm wrong. But this thing was like a dream come true. So it's like, we talked about how like when we were kids, this was like something we wished existed, and the fact that it does, for me, it's less of a flex and more of like a dream come to life.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Like it is that thing you always imagined. But my biggest, like number one complaint after T got it and told me was it can't stand up in robot mode and be displayed. That's like a fatal flaw to me. How can it not stand up?
So Freakenstein, you don't have to spill the beans, but does it transform? Because that's the one interesting thing I've seen. Them moving away from, because that Rise of the Beast Prime doesn't transform. The Bumblebee doesn't transform. You know,
Do you work for them? If not, then you can leak it.
T says dream come true, and it has her dad's voice. I will 110% agree with that.
I'm gonna have
then we
my
get
dad's
in.
voice. I don't feel shame.
Jesus. Speaking of shame, okay, so Freaking Sign says the next two don't, but one does. I'm hoping, again, you don't have to spoil it, but I'm hoping that they do it. Tank Megatron. I won't buy it, but I would like to see it.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people that would.
G2 Megatron would be kind of cool if it did Megatron.
G2 Megatron would be awesome, and it would still work. It would still work because G2 Prime was basically Prime. But we'll re-rail here. We knew this was coming. Why they went with the battle mask is beyond me. But
just skip this.
Yeah, they're doing core class base stuff. If you have Devastator, it's kind of cool, but I just don't understand like what the plan is with these, because it seems like they're doing them at random, you know. So Bumblebee, where's Optimus Prime? We have Shockwave and Laserbeak, but Laserbeak's not really yeah. We'll see.
Hey, look, Brawn.
Yeah. So you get deluxe Brawn, and they talked about this.
Amazing. It looks so good. And look at the transformation, the way they did the legs.
Very
it's just like the Fans toys where
it's right up there with Huffer and Pipes as far as putting the love into a figure.
It looks really good.
Did you guys happen to? So normally I say like I don't watch the live streams because they prattle a little bit too much. I had time and I watched the live stream. They made mention of something that I didn't think was accurate. But they were talking about how Studio Series has painted windows now moving forward.
Nice.
And they're like, yeah, painted windows is going to be a staple of Studio Series. But I could have sworn that the Studio Series Jazz, had transparent windows. And
right starting now they are.
Okay, so that's
Jazz is a thing of the past, sir.
Well, Hot Rod,
future.
Hot Rod had Hot Rod had transparent windows. So, yeah.
Grimlock?
He says, I think we already saw pics of the next Transformer is a Grimlock.
Dude,
Brian, I'd be curious. Like, I have not seen anything about a Robeson Grimlock, but that would be awesome.
That would be incredible.
Freakenstein says, I wish that was the case, but I'll say 2 of them are going to be G1 and 1 is from Bay, which really tried to talk them out of, but has risen. So I'm willing to bet they want any and everything promotional for the live action movies.
I do not want a robot one based off the Michael Bay Prime because he will freaking try to kill me in my sleep.
Well, also, I don't think if they were to do it, I don't think it would be accurate enough to satisfy anybody in either mode. I think there'd be so many.
No, it doesn't. If it's Bay, it doesn't transform. Yeah, almost guaranteed.
No, it transforms just off camera.
Yeah.
Look, even the vehicle mode on this looks great.
It does.
This Brawn is making me smile.
Yeah.
Brawn was the first Transformer I ever had.
I do wish they'd paint those clips on the wheels, but
I do too. Or at least do them like T and I talk about this all the time. Do them in reverse, where they plug in.
Right.
You know,
it's darker, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like bright yellow or something.
Yeah. But I feel like when they change him into, and they're even if not for Studio Series, they're going to do Outback out of this. Yeah. So.
Yeah, for sure.
And with them being the lighter plastic, it'll really show versus the olive. But they did a really good job. They talked about the green. They kind of went in between of how he looked between episodes. And they talked about how they got the colors.
It's amazing to me how many hits they've had in the Legacy line. Like they've really.
Well, this is Studio Series.
I mean,
yeah,
same thing.
Same difference, but yeah,
Series 86 or Legacy.
Yeah.
Basically the same, but it's amazing. Every wave, there's at least one gotta have figure.
Yeah, there's like a showstopper. I think this is going to be it for his.
The engineering looks awesome,
and I like that they're doing the mini bots in deluxe scale. I think it works really well.
I think that pin is the only thing I don't like, but other than that,
the thing is, well, look, actually, it's weird as it is. Yeah, look at that G1 right there. It had the pinned-in tires. I could paint those pegs with a silver Sharpie or a black Sharpie.
True.
Yeah.
That was not a difficult change.
Overall, I'm down.
Cool. Yeah,
Yes, that says-
I'm down with that too.
Well, thank you, Frankenstein. And just kind of more of them here. I love that they did this too. That they showed that. And Mariano, they 110% need to do a
Agreed.
release of Cosmos.
Or a Studio Series Cosmos. That's
Yeah.
slightly.
Shattered glass.
I would not. I said I actually would not mind another go around at Cosmos, just because of Evolution versus Studio.
Yes.
I mean,
You
it's
know
kind
what
of like
they could do? Just get rid of that stupid checkered flag and then give him like an effects part or the spray can or the little like alien thing that connected to him.
yeah.
The flag is completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
You can move on.
So
We all love it.
yeah. We get Studio Series Gamer Edition Cliff Jumper. I mean, he was a big part of so they talked about how this was from the DS game, but he was a big part. He and Jazz were a big part of Fall of Cybertron. So I'm surprised they weren't just saying like
I'm not a fan of that Bumblebee mold. I was watching Fault Matrix's review of him.
yeah, the
I mean, the
ankles.
vehicle mode is cool, but the rest
Yeah.
of it is just.
I do like the head sculpt.
I do too.
I said this in our chat. That looks like prime Cliff Jumpers.
Well,
head.
they made mention. They said this is part of the aligned continuity design, and they said you got a good look at his face in the DS game. But I was like, well, wait a minute. Well, they said something about the DS game.
When you say DS, you're saying
Nintendo DS.
game? Okay.
Yeah. There was a side Fall of Cybertron game that came out on DS. I thought there was a PSP version, but I can't remember. It's been 13 years.
Still love that. I remember when I beat Fall of Cybertron, and they reenacted the bumpers, but using their graphics and character designs. I thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah. I like how this looks, but after again, I watched Balt's review, and those ankles just kind of kill this mold for me.
What's wrong with it?
Kills it.
The ankle,
chest.
the chest too. Though, like when he had it on video, it didn't look as bad, but it still looks bad. But yeah, so Sony, the ankles they go the wrong way.
Oh, they don't bend inwards.
Yeah,
Those legs look backwards.
they do.
I mean,
But they're not, and that's the weird part. Is like where the cut is for the knee. Like, yeah, I mean, so Jedi says just reverse the legs. I think you could probably pop them off at the mushroom pegs and swap them. But if you're going to transform them back, you're going to have to swap them back.
You probably have to take some pins out to do that.
Right, and that's the other challenge. Is like normally I love pins on Transformers, but like in the case of like Barricade and now this, it's like man, they really made it difficult. But yeah,
I have hopes. Probably false hopes for that Megatron, but I've got hopes.
Yeah, T. I don't know. T. I think you said you canceled your pre-orders for these, so I was going to say I'd wait for your review.
What was that Megatron you showed earlier?
So it wasn't that I showed it earlier. It was I skipped ahead. And this is the Voyager class Fall of Cybertron Megatron. So, or War for Cybertron Megatron. See, I don't like the Fall of Cybertron design. I prefer this one. So this one actually looks pretty good. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back to Braun real quick because I happened to think when I was watching the live stream, like, does Braun have a port on his forearm? Because he could totally take one of the many Siege Megatron arm cannons. Oh, missed opportunity. Missed opportunity to drill a hole right there. But
maybe
yeah.
on the top though.
Yeah, I mean, he could just hold it in his hand with a 5mm port. It would work. But yeah, this guy looks pretty good. We saw pictures of him in box. I'm willing to bet he's going to be hitting retailers probably pretty soon, given the fact that.
So did he not have treads?
Yeah, he was a hover tank.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know that they said anything about him rolling. I mean, it looks like there's two configurations. Like he has this normal one here, and then he can be configured to be hovering. But I don't see any wheels on him. But we've lately been getting some figures that just don't have wheels. I mean, Skullgrin comes to mind, and I would say there's another one that was recent, like Scourge. I think Scourge might have had wheels.
So T had a comment: does the waist rotation on Cliff Jumper? That would be a quick fix. Although his feet
that's true.
Backwards.
That's very true. You could rotate the waist around, but I don't know if the back of it's going to be waffles. But our good friend Larkin could probably fix a backward, like a filler that looks like the front.
Yo, why are these guys in the chat and not here?
They're tired. It's been a week. Jedi. He remembered it was Tarn. Tarn did not have wheels. So Tarn was the other big one that was a tank that just kind of, hey, he sits on the treads. I don't really care. I don't roll my stuff around, Mariano says Scourge does not have wheels either. The X-Transbots one had a cool gimmick though, where it looked like he was hovering. And Freakenstein wants to know what you're playing with.
So his screws were loose and stuff. So as I was sitting here, I was tightening the screws. He's mildly better now. It's the Make Toys Dirge. That's what I'm playing with. Sorry, I'll put it away.
Wheels or not, I'm going to get this one. I never got the deluxe one. I think it was Pia back in the day that just skewered that old deluxe Megatron. And I could not get that. But this appears to be more the right scale. The paint's there. It just has a better presence to it. So, Dare's talking about the Dirge. He says bought it and sold it 3 times.
This is my second. This is my second one.
Yeah.
So
we have a late entry. We have a late entry. He's loaded in.
Someone got tired. Someone got called out.
He missed us. I like to think he missed us, and he saw we were having fun.
Yes.
T, how the hell are you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
Did you get anything cool this week?
I was gonna be here, and if I was the one y'all were talking about,
Yes, sir.
actually, I got Tears of the Kingdom Zelda, and it's been super cool.
I've liked the little bit I've played.
Shaded Toys representative reached out to me and asked.
Oh shit!
What?
Oh,
Oh no! Don't get excited. Don't. They gave me a gift card specifically so I can go show off Fast and Furious vehicles.
Oh.
So I bought 3. I had to buy a minimum of 3 figures, and I spent the rest of that on this Flash movie Batcycle. And I got this guy finally.
So you got a true friends and family discount.
Yeah.
did you tell them that you wanted the Street Fighter stuff, or that wasn't part of the plan?
That wasn't an offer. I specifically could only show the cars.
Wow.
And nothing else. I can't even talk about that.
That's nuts. Because you do so much video game figure reviews. It's like you think
Action figures.
I mean, I could ask them if they could send me some. Because I have not been able to find them in the store worth shit.
Kevin,
I was hoping I would find them, and I was going to buy the cars and then buy Fei Long and Ryu with the rest of the money.
God damn it! I hate it when I have to freaking agree with him.
But
Kevin says he was getting smoked in Fortnite, so he decided to jump on the street.
God
no.
damn it, Womack! I gotta give.
I was
that
getting
one.
home from the
I'll
store.
give you that one.
I was supposed to do this video weeks ago, so I finally did it.
Just get it out before Fast X. That's probably what they want you to do.
Yeah, that and they're actually on sale this week. So, but more than likely, these are going to my nephew. to be honest. I picked this one
Is
because
it
it's
me or is it a lost up?
chill.
Yeah.
But that's enough about me. Let's
Is it-
derail.
It
Well,
was
Dave,
a
you had
lost
something you wanted to
marketing
say.
opportunity that Fast 10 isn't just called your seatbelt.
No. Something
Wait
else
for
has
it.
a name like that. Or I
Wait
just
for
read
it.
earlier.
Did y'all see the rumored name for Resident Evil 9? It's called the rumor is it's going to be called Resident Evil Apocalypse, and it's like the biggest stretch where they fit in like the Roman numerals. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Apocalypse.
Totally off there. So
I know it's totally off, but
I've
Didn't they
seen
make-
people with this Zelda game that like build mechs out of it.
yeah, and people have been doing crazy stuff where they've like made like things that look like Plank from Ed, Edd n Eddy with like giant dongs on the end, and then they shoot. You can shoot. There's like
You aren't supposed to find that Apocalypse thing.
I was looking for it, but
Maybe-
there was a Resident Evil movie called Apocalypse. I'd have to go into my Signal or Discord to find it.
Here, let me find search while you're continuing.
I
Zelda
will say
thing-
this. I will say this. He's saying, I get being done with part 2. Part 2 and 3 I could live without, but goddamn, when I watched part 4, I was watching going, this movie is better than it has any right to be. 4 and 5, I'm going to give them. I haven't watched anything after that, but 4 and 5, I absolutely will give to that series. I will die on a hill defending those two movies as fun movies. Not amazing movies, but fun movies.
One of them was like watching the survival mode. It had no story at all. If we're still talking about Resident Evil. I
Oh,
think that was 5.
So this thing,
Like you taking out waves of enemies and then it restarted. Take out
yeah,
a wave.
they basically did like the mercenaries mode, but in the movie. Yeah, I checked out after the Nemesis movie, to be honest.
The
But
creations on Zelda, I heard the people that used to work for Nintendo said that somebody made a dong out of rocks. And then they used a reverse time thing and it was spinning in the air and it killed one of the Cyclops Phoenix guys. He was getting slapped up the face with a rock. Oh,
That might be
man, did we?
that might be going in my top 10 ways I don't want to go. That would really be a horrible obituary.
no, that might be the better.
yeah, we're off the rails.
We are way off the rails. We'll get back into it. Megatron also has the gimmick. Why would you do that when he has his fusion cannon on his arm?
At least he got 2 weapons.
Yeah, I mean, well, Prime did. Prime had the
Oh, no.
axe and
You can give him Optimus's gun because he
Yeah.
had more than just that gun.
yeah, and I guess that's the part of it is that all of these guns, like they're trying to give you like each one of the guns that was in the game. That's why Bumblebee and Cliffjumper come with two.
That's
So
all the
you can-
guns.
yeah, you can mix.
This
and
is the
match.
only studio series with like a gimmick, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Other than like the occasional,
Looking like the movie.
yeah.
All right.
You know, other than like the occasional, like you get the headmaster gimmick on Nitro Zeus and Cogman, but that was, yeah, it's few and far between in the studio series. Then we get a look. They're talking about Rhinox, and this varies heavily from the original Rhinox designs. They also said that this is the Rise of the Beast Rhinox from studio series, the Voyager.
Oh,
I
The colors
actually.
don't look like that.
Yeah, the colors got swapped like midway through the toy production.
It looks way better. That the sample they had,
Yeah.
the legs weren't brown randomly; they were silver.
So there we go. There's the actual toy. But man, would it have killed them to put some green on this guy?
Was he green in the movie? Probably not.
Well, I'm talking about like the movie designers. Like, would it have killed him to put?
This definitely looks better than that other toy that's coming out. So it makes me feel very confident of just passing on that line. And
What's
if I get any of
They're
these,
just lucky they did anything. Apparently,
what's the one that Deluxe just reviewed?
He removed like the Walmart mainline one. Well, I shouldn't say it's Walmart, but they're really only showing up at Walmart.
But what do you mean? This is mainline too, no?
This is
Studio.
Studio Series, but there is a rise. So right now we have like here's all the Transformers lines we have going on. We have Earthspark, the Warrior class. We have the Earthspark Kids line. We have like the One Step Changer, Smash Changer lines. We have Legacy, Evolution, Fusion. We have Studio Series, and we also have the Rise of the Beast mainline. Like, remember, like when Generations, when a movie would come out, it would just have the Generations logo on there.
Right.
I don't even think that these mainlines have the Generations logo on there.
They don't. None of them.
You know,
So
That's
everything
crazy.
that's not marked Studio Series is considered mainline.
I do. Go ahead.
There's just too many SKUs, you know. I mean,
It is. It's
there's no
way.
way they
It's,
can sell.
Oh, yeah. Buzzworthy Bumblebee.
well, we'll get into that with the Prime.
Yeah, let's keep moving. Then.
Yeah. So, I mean, this looks okay. It just doesn't look like Rhinox to me. It's way too monochromatic. I want to see what like somebody like Grim Optimus does, like painting this guy up more like either his Transmetal form or his Beast Wars colors.
His color palette looks like it makes it easy to paint up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is like Rhinox if he appeared in the last night.
Basically, yeah.
So it's a Bay versus Rhinox.
Yeah.
Who
So
was it, was it you that told us about some spoilers about the movie?
I had the links. I know I sent them to Dave.
You didn't send it to me after the show. If you could send it to me.
Yeah, if you want them, I'll send them your way. And to be fair with that those spoilers came out on January 9th. And the trailer before last confirmed a lot of things that were in those leaks because it referenced the army of Scorponok. So I'm fairly certain, with 99.9% certainty that the leaks that I have are authentic.
There was another trailer this week too.
They're because the movie comes out like 2 weeks, I think. So they're ramping up the TV
Real
spot.
Sony.
Yeah,
Are you
but
guys going?
this Prime we were talking about last week, it is indeed a Voyager class. It is not a leader.
Okay,
Here's
good.
where it gets crazy.
It's
Though.
Buzzworthy Bumblebee too.
Yep, that's
So,
where it gets really crazy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this is not a widespread release. This is part of Buzzworthy Bumblebee. It's going to be a Target exclusive.
That's so weird.
Yeah, so it's like, what's going on here? Princeton, I don't have links. I just have I have images. So if you want, hit me up on like Instagram or Twitter, and I'll send them to you.
All right.
I haven't had any problem with finding Buzzworthy Bumblebee. Anything.
Yeah, pretty much
Yeah.
everything's available.
I mean,
And this is Optimus. They're gonna make even more.
That looks like he has the Matrix on his arm.
I actually
the
think
arm cannon.
this one actually looks good compared to the
Yeah.
previous one. That
It
one,
does.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Actually-
saying.
So the interesting thing is the only tooling that he shares with the chest and the wheels come from the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Prime. Everything else is completely brand new for this mold. They said.
Studio Series is Voyager class.
Yeah. I mean,
This is
Studio
a bit
Series
bigger.
has Voyager class.
No, I'm sorry.
That was-
It's the same size as the previous.
It
was
looks
bigger.
to be a little taller from
Yeah.
what they were talking about. They didn't do a size comparison on the stream, but they were talking about how just
Definitely
the chest.
taller than the. It's bigger than the mainline one, that's for sure.
I think it's at least as tall as the War for Cybertron one.
Yeah, I thought this was bigger,
Yeah, it's bigger than that thing that's in Walmart right now.
which I passed on.
Yeah.
I didn't even grab it. Saw it and put it back.
I mean, this looks to be superior in just about every way. It's just
Mhm. This looks like
Frankenstein
a
is this
very.
time.
This looks like if I wanted to modernize G1 Prime, this is exactly what I would do. And
It's kind of why I like it.
I think that's what they
Yeah.
were thinking. Because it actually has a bumper crotch.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, this looks really good. I
Okay,
mean,
I
the
get
paint's
that.
there.
Okay, I get the gun hand thing, though. I still would have preferred an ion cannon, but I can deal with that. That was actually that pose I work with. It works for me. I do like the wrist-mounted blade. I mean, I'm liking this. I am.
It's better than this.
I'm sure you got a few ion cannons. Around.
Then we get into one we've been seeing. This is the Rise of Tyranny 2-pack. Now, this is actually an Amazon exclusive, and the fun part was, Senator Ratbat remolded Scourge from the Studio Series, and obviously Megatron is just an updated version of the Siege with new parts.
Than he has any right to be.
Yeah, and this went up price error on Amazon. So it went up for they had the prices reversed. Yes, this went up for $50. So the price of 2 Deluxe.
I would have bought that in a heartbeat.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I did. I jumped on it. I was like, I want that Megatron. He's normally $30. I mean, I have the MMC. So like, when I saw this, I was like, I already have the MMC.
I don't think they changed the price yet.
They have
I
not.
think it's still that.
Let's check.
So the other one that should be this price is they have the prices reversed basically, because the other one is a deluxe and a Voyager, so it only should be like $60.
Yeah, it's 55. Still.
Yeah, so hop on that before they fix the prices, because the other set is priced way too high. And
I have the link on my Facebook page, T-Man978 Shield Reviews.
We gotta start putting that in the description.
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool. I don't need this.
What makes it even funnier that this got listed at the wrong price is that the designers were talking about how they had to fight to get the pickaxe included.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking was crazy.
Yeah.
It even has an extra accessory.
Yeah.
On top of the new tooling.
Whereas, like, Senator Ratbat's kind of bare bones. So here you go. So you can see the new tooling in action here. New chest, new shoulders.
Yeah, you're right, because on Hasbro Pulse, it's $70.
Yeah.
Save yourself $15. Or save yourself $54 by not buying
Jump on it.
Or that, yeah. But yeah, I really wanted this. Again, I hate the fact that I want this mold again, but you know.
They did a good job. I mean, that chest looks really, really solid.
Yeah. Well, the lower abdomen's new too. Did you notice?
Yeah.
Here, that all juts out.
You can buy both sets and consider it even more of a discount.
Somebody else pointed out, I saw where they said Nova Prime was okay. There he is. So you can see right here. So this is the Humble Origins 2-pack. This is a big hit for me. And y'all know I'm an Optimus Prime collector, but I already have the Thrilling 30 Orion packs, which
it's the same axe.
Yeah, same axe, and but not as good. And
no, it's the same axe.
Well, no, it's not. It's the same axe, and I say, but not as good because
isn't that the axe from the Generations figure?
Yeah, but on that one, it had a transparent blade. And then
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, here it's painted. So yeah, Senator Shockwave. Before he went through Imperator, so he's got 2 eyes, 2 hands.
That is the most dumbest remold of the Seeker I've ever seen. They just moved the wings down.
Yeah. So this is
like, it changes chest and head too.
Yeah, they changed the chest and head, and they don't have as much of the wings on there, so it's like they kind of clip the wings, so to speak. And Hound is just a terrible choice for Optimus Prime.
Yeah. Orion packs, but yeah.
I'm sorry, for Orion packs.
Y'all already have that specific character anyway, if you have the MMC version.
Everybody thought this was a Ultra Magnus of some sort.
Me too. Especially in that artwork.
Jedi beat me to the punch here. He said what the mold designer hinted at was they mentioned the Pax mold may be what people expected, but they got something else in store for the future. So yeah, I would see them coming out with a better. I mean, they've done multiple Orion packs at this point. They've used cup.
At least at least they didn't redo the cup mold again.
Right. So, yeah, they didn't use the cup mold, but I would just there's got to be a better choice than Hound, and given the character, why not just do an original mold for this? Why
Better
not?
choice for $70. I didn't pre-order it.
Yeah, I'm not in on this, and that's the other part too. Is this is priced incorrectly? This is priced at 75.
No,
Why?
it's 55.
Oh, the Amazon fixed it.
Well,
Or are you talking about Pulse?
Pulse
Okay.
fixed.
Yeah, Amazon, they got that mixed up.
Yeah. But I
So you
I
could
can see
pre-order
this.
it now and pray they fix it before it's released.
Well, I would say if you don't pre-order it, I think this is one that probably will hit clearance down the line. Like I'm not normally a betting man on these things, but
It has Optimus in it.
well, no, he's not Optimus. He's Orion Pax.
When it
It
doesn't
has
sell
Ryan
out,
Pax in it. That looks like Optimus.
But Thrilling 30 Orion Pax did go on clearance through like BBTS of all places.
Yeah.
So
the Hasbro Pulse one isn't sold out yet, so that's an indicator that it's probably
yeah, and normally Pulse will sell out quick. So when they have store exclusives, like those quantities are limited.
right.
I kind of want that
they
shot.
sold out of they sold out of the Rat-Bat one in Megatron. Cool.
Which is funny
Move
because
on.
that's the one that's higher.
Yeah, keeping it going. Yeah,
Right.
there's their alt modes, and it looks like he comes with, for whatever reason, he comes with the same gun as Hound, with that, that barrel, the Tommy gun barrel.
Yeah,
as the
it was
Shockwave doesn't come with anything because he's a senator.
Yeah. So there you can see Nova Prime and let's see, I think it was Princeton in the chat says it's probably going to be the Galaxy Prime retooled. We get another use out of that Ultra Magnus mold.
Ooh.
I wouldn't mind that though. I do have the MMC
And I
Nova
would not.
Prime, but and yeah,
Best
they-
Nova Prime was actually Make Toys had the best Nova Prime, but the scale was just not right.
Yeah, that's the one I have. Or I'm sorry, no, I have the MMC one. I wanted to make toys.
Oh, I got the MMC as well. I'm just saying that the Make Toys one, like if someone could upscale that to MP scale, that would have been perfect.
Surprised nobody did. Surprised that never happened on like Sir Toys or somewhere like that. Pipeline stuff. We get a look at I mean, again, these are all just what's coming. Snarl's coming for core class. We knew that. There's going to be a deluxe bombshell. This one's cool. I'm curious, and I hope they don't use the Skids mold.
No, it's going to be, like I said, Elita 1 and what's her face?
Oh, yeah, Minerva.
That actually wouldn't look bad on the Hound mold.
This is the Bumblebee. What do you call it?
Well, this is from Cyberverse Bumblebee.
Yeah, but it's going to be under
Adventures or
the
whatever.
No, Robots in Disguise.
Or Robots in Disguise. Thank you, T. Yeah, Strong Arm.
I'm just saying it's going to be
Robots
under
in
the,
Disguise 2015.
Yeah.
it's under the Cyberverse line though. So
Well, this is going to be part of Legacy.
Yeah, this is going to be. Oh, yeah.
it is.
Yeah, these are all pipelined for Legacy. So we had Legacy Core Class Snarl, then Bombshell as a deluxe. They said she's going to be a deluxe. So
Like I said, I wouldn't mind her on the Hound mold.
yeah, well, we're getting the Hound mold. I'm hoping that they use the new Studio Series Buzzworthy Bumblebee one for what was this guy's name?
Oh, that's the
Greyhound. Brown Hound.
It starts with a D. Somebody in the chat will know.
Demetrius.
Dimitri. There you go.
Detritus.
Yeah, Ridiculous Badger agrees with you, Dave.
You gotta listen to the
Then
Badger.
I think is this Slipstream?
No,
it's,
Shadow Striker.
Okay, so I did not watch Cyberverse at all.
Wait.
So
Okay. Yeah. See. So they weren't all. This is not Legacy.
No, this
This
is
is
Legacy, but
Cyberverse,
the
but-
thing about it is they're pulling from different universes.
So it's under the Legacy line. It doesn't. Make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
But no, it does make sense because you think
Hello,
about Legacy.
Prime Universe, Bulkhead,
Yeah,
Bulkhead
Yes.
and Prowl.
and RC from Prime, an animated Prowl.
yeah.
I just feel like Cyberverse doesn't really count. It's a
It-
kid.
They're
all-
going to
it all
rechange the
counts.
design. They're not
Yeah.
going to make it the Cyberverse look
Yeah.
just like they did for animated Prowl. They made it look like he would look if he was G1.
Right.
And
I would
then we
say
get,
this oh god, that one ticks me off because I know
Wait.
because that's gonna be on the stupid whatchamacallit
it's the
mold.
Tarn mold, but at least we get an idea of like what they're trying to accomplish with it. But I mean, we've seen like the prototype Sans ahead, so it just looked like Tarn. It didn't look like they were doing anything with additional armor. So
just for 1 second, I don't want to take you
Mhm.
backwards, but in the storyline, did something happen just like it happened to Autobot Spike, where they're like pulling parts together and
Yes, she was damaged and they put her back together. Mixed match. And her car mode became mixed match as well.
oh, she transformed?
Yes, she
Oh,
becomes
that's
a
cool. That's gonna look really neat. All right, now I'm a little excited.
yeah.
Yeah, you can look her up.
I am right now.
Cyberverse Shadow Striker. I think she was all black and purple or something at first.
You can move on. Sorry.
Okay. So Tarn into Bludgeon, we know that's happening. Then Trashmaster, I'm surprised they had nothing to show, but that's going to be a Voyager class Junkion. That's a new character.
They are
not
really having
unique.
fun with the Junkions.
I'm glad. I like
Yeah.
new original characters in the mix. Like it's like we're really not getting that too much anymore. I mean,
Right.
sadly, it seems like most of the new original characters come from the live action movies. Oddly enough,
I'm like, they're saying, look at them buy the same mold over and over again. from
right?
KFC. We could do better than that.
Right. I'm willing to bet though that they'll take Trashmaster and they'll make that animated Wreck-Gar at some point. Who didn't know this was coming?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Really? You seriously, Sam? We get this guy here, and
I mean,
He only was in an episode. Only in one episode.
he
So you got to
was
have
in
his
two.
brother who was in the rest of them.
Yeah, he was in he was in one, and then he was a zombie in another one.
I've never seen Skyquake in person.
I haven't either, and same with the Transmetal Megatron, but they're getting reissued. I mean, it's funny. I didn't see Sludge for the longest time, and now every time I go into Walmart, I see Sludge.
Yeah.
I seen them in Target today.
I
didn't
see
see
Sludge
this.
at every Walmart I go to.
Not
Occasionally,
humans.
but in the toy aisle, I'll find a Dinobot.
So yeah, Dreadwing was the last of them on there. So we'll move on. We got a little bit more Transformers news here. So we've got to keep stuff moving for the sake of time, but we got Dave's favorite segment here. Go ahead and get her pulled up.
Well,
you're
we could just
looking it
say
up.
it live this week in repaints. Yay!
Well,
This
since
weekend,
he's
repaints. Let's go to repaints.
yeah, we got to Takara Tomy really going in on these repaints. Burning Convoy, which arguably I think looks better than the Masterpiece, and Nemesis Prime from the Bumblebee. I thought they already did this though, but yeah,
They have done it several times, so
Yeah.
and it looks super close to the Masterpiece.
It really does. I mean, other than the fact that there's less teal than the Masterpiece has. The metallic teal. They're using the metallic teal, but I think this more realistic gorilla looks better for Burning Convoy. I think this looks better than the Masterpiece, but there's not much else left to say about him, I think.
Nope.
This
Burning Convoy was ugly
weekend,
to begin with.
repaints.
That wasn't me.
That was me.
Okay.
I felt like clicking the button.
So next up, does anybody have a Cinemark near them?
But this is
A what?
so. This is
Not
actually
Close, to be honest.
this is
Oh.
an
Is that like a
exclusive for
Cinnabon?
people that go to the movie, right?
What's that, Sony?
It's an exclusive for people that go to the movie.
These, I think these are just EX.
And the
So-
UF.
Yeah,
No,
so these
Japan.
are EX repaints, but
Yeah, no.
okay, you're right. Yeah, so you have to order any toy plus a ticket for the movie premiere via self-service electronic
There you go.
ticket through Lopi for 7,330 yen, so about
Expensive.
53. Yeah, wow. And then you're gonna get the toys in January of 2024. Oh shit, I missed all that. That's shitty. That's really shitty. You're getting 2 figures that have fucking nothing to do with the movie.
Yep.
That's how they lock. I mean, hey, that reminds me of there was that red Starscream that came out in 2007 or 2009. You remember that you had to buy the special Blu-ray player, and it came with it.
But with the movie,
Yeah. So back in like I'll figure I'll find it somewhere, but back in 2007 or 2009, I can't remember if it was Dark of the Moon or the first movie. I'm sorry, whether it was Revenge of the Fallen or the first movie. There's this clear red Starscream, the mold from 2007. And the only way to get that mold was to buy a specialty DVD or Blu-ray player. I think it was a Blu-ray player.
not a
yeah.
Blu-ray.
Not a Blu-ray, but it was like a bundle. It came with like the movie, it came with the player, and then it came with this red Starscream. I'll look it up after the show, but like that
Remember
was.
that figure you could only get if you bought this car or went to look at this car?
Oh yeah. There was I can't remember what that one was, but yeah, that was a weird one too.
So you're gonna go to the popcorn?
Yeah, we'll go to the popcorn. So if you have a Cinemark near you, I think a lot of people were going crazy over the question mark block popcorn bucket they did for the Mario movie. Well, Cinemark has an exclusive one. It is Optimus Prime's head. And while I'm not interested in seeing the Rise of the Beast movie, I do want this popcorn bucket because the eyes light up. And that's pretty fucking awesome.
Not only do I not have
the D20 popcorn bucket.
Oh, they made one of those? I didn't realize.
But Dungeons and Dragons movie they did.
Nice. Not only do I not have a Cinemark, but I've never even heard of Cinemark.
Wow. We have one in the
mall, and they make
There's
the buns
one
in
in
front of you.
Towson too.
Nice.
Core memories lost.
I know somebody who will seek this out no matter the cost. They will find it and they will buy it. And they don't even live in the US. They live in Canada.
No shit.
Yeah,
I have a friend in Canada that was trying to get the Mario popcorn bucket, but I did not see it when I went to see what did we go see at the AMC? I think we saw John Wick at AMC. I just didn't see the Mario popcorn buckets.
I mean, they're gonna go and pay the aftermarket price.
Well, yeah.
Anyway,
as long as they got the money, I guess.
There's a fine line.
They're big
thin line between being a hero and being a memory.
Optimus and Cullen fan.
Yeah. All right. And our last bit of official news. If you saw the thumbnail, I figure we're probably going to talk about this. The MDLX Starscream, we get a whole done. We've covered this. So I don't want to spend too much time. But there's more pictures of this guy. He is up for pre-order. He's coming out in the fourth quarter of this year. And let's see what BBTS. I think he was 119 on BBTS.
Yeah,
119.
Yeah,
which oop, I lost him.
Yeah, the big news about him was his backpack's removable, so you can do the cosplay thing.
We covered that last week.
You did?
I think it was last week we covered it.
Yeah,
the backpack is worth $40.
Yeah, but all in all, I would say it's not 40 because what Prime was 90. So it's closer to 30.
I thought it was 80.
80. Yeah, I paid 80.
The whole thing that made this line attractive was the fact it was under 3 digits. You're getting 3.0 quality product, and you were getting it at frankly a very reasonable price.
Yep,
this
I have to
breaking into the
maybe it's going to be.
You don't think he's worth it, true Starscreamer?
No.
Looking at that hand holding it, it looks way taller than it probably is.
It says 20
Trust
centimeters.
Me, I've got small hands. Things can look very large in them. Wait.
I like the way it looks, but $40 more than the rest from the same line, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. He's about 8 inches tall. I mean,
you
could argue the wingspan, but the wings are just going to be, a thin piece of plastic. It doesn't even look like they articulate.
It don't look like it. The backpack looks substantial to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that the wings are going to be poor quality. I just think that there's nothing that really warrants that price hike as far as I can see.
I mean, even Optimus, look at how many accessories you got in that box for 80 bucks. I don't understand it. It's not that much more material.
Usually,
You'll pay the price and like it.
I did. I paid it.
Usually when you
Let's
do a line
move
like
on.
this. Okay,
Yeah, let's move on.
never mind.
Yeah. Well, I know. I want to hear Dave's final thought on this.
Yeah, go for it.
He's our resident Starscream fan, so
That's true.
I like them.
T-Man wants to move on. So there you go.
No. I was saying that before I knew you were still talking.
Okay, go
but
ahead.
I do want to hear Dave's final thought on this guy, and then we'll move on. We'll get into the third party after that.
It's just that usually when you do a line, I mean, like Hasbro does this. When you do a line, you kind of average out the price of the figures through the line. That's why you do the build of Marvel was doing the build of figure for a while. You buy 4 figures, and the 5th figure is kind of paid into it, all that price for it. Here we're going from $60 to twice as much. I do not think this is twice as much figure as Bumblebee, if that makes sense.
No, I agree, and it's not like you're getting a absurd amount of accessories with them. You're getting the normal amount of hands. You're getting 2 null rays. I don't count these swords as accessories. I see these little dagger sword things as, hey, let's just make a part of the wing removable, because if you look at the pictures of them, they store. They're right there. It's just part of the wing. So
in that picture of him beside Megatron, he looks to be the same exact height.
He might even be taller. I mean, his knees are bent a little bit, and his head, he's like kind of scrunched down a little bit.
This was supposed to be a smaller display set. You get high articulation. I can fit them all in a glass case for a really nice look. I can get some great photos out of them. But I'm not if I wanted to be spending in the triple, $120 to $170 for a non-transforming Transformer, I'd be getting the normal line. But the MDLX kind of pulled me into it because it was finally something I could afford.
And,
Before
I was gonna say, before we move on, like one of the things too, where they have offset some of the costs is with the repaints, because they're gonna get Thundercracker, they're gonna get Skywarp, they're probably gonna get Acid Storm and
maybe they'll be 100.
I don't think they'll be less, but I mean they don't have to design new figures. They have baked in audiences for them. They're going to be able to repaint this. I don't know why they felt the need to up the price, and also to the point of offsetting prices in a line. I feel like anybody that gets Starscream isn't just getting Starscream. The people that are getting Starscream are the people that are getting Megatron, and they're probably getting Optimus. And if you're going to get Starscream, I know there are some Starscream fans, so this will probably be a one-off purchase for a bunch of people, because they'll be like, hey, it's a really nice Starscream for $120.
I'm not getting the others. I'm just getting this one. I'm not going to get the other Seekers because I just want this one mold.
Yeah, and that's A-okay. I just think that, the people that get Skywarp and Thundercracker, other than like Thew, who's like a big Skywarp fan, I think most other people that are going to get Thundercracker and Skywarp are also getting Starscream. They're going to pick up the trio. And
the idea, you want to have the trio together. That's kind of the whole.
Yeah, and not for nothing, but I mean the backpack's modular. So what are they going to do after that? Oh, cone heads. Easy to do Dirge Thrust and Ramjet. Yeah. Easy. So
I think they should be redesigned more.
Yeah.
They have the thigh high as well.
I agree. And
but they still have the base body. You're still going to have the base body. That doesn't matter. So
another factor here too, competition. Princeton points out YOLO Park has a Kickstarter for Megatron for $50, and YOLO Park's starting to make a name for themselves. Those Rise of the Beasts model kits they're doing that aren't really model kits. They're painted, highly articulated collector figures that you just pop the ball joints together yourself. They're coming out at what, $50. So
That's 30 something.
When I went to TFCon, I talked to this guy. Not to take even longer on this, but
Yeah.
I talked to the 3.0 guy, and he said they have a ton of designs. The Grimlock is one of them. They've already designed it, but they have to get approval at every stage. Not like one approval.
If you want that Authentics badge on there,
they have to submit the initial design, then they make it, and they have to send the test shot. Then they have to send every stage. They have to send the thing to Hasbro, which is not typical. So maybe that's what's taking adding to the cost, but
yeah,
it's still it shouldn't be $40 more. It doesn't make sense.
I agree.
All right,
let's go ahead. We'll get into third-party stuff here. This one's pretty cool. New Age Hardcore series. They're doing a volcano base. So this is for your legend scale. You want to have an arc display base. You get some dimensions: 36 centimeters high, 26 centimeters deep by 60 centimeters. And they put their David. New Age did David, right, for scale. I think the price was up somewhere, but interestingly enough, friend of the show, friend of mine, Larkin's Lair, he's doing his own just in case the price is too high. He's already designing a 3D print for legend scale of like this exact same dio. So, given New Age's prices, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. What do you guys think? Like, Dave is a dio builder. What's your thoughts on this?
I mean, I don't collect legends, but I think it's an awesome display piece. I think, in general, I encourage companies to make stuff like this in general. And for those who don't like to build, that's going to be a great way for them to go. For them.
But it is going to be pretty big. I mean,
but that's the perfect thing to center your display on for legends.
Yeah, this thing's about 14 inches tall and about 2 feet wide. But I mean, it sounds like massive. But if you have like a single Billy bookcase that you're putting your legends on, it'll fit. And you can get all your season 1 bots all in a display, and that'll pretty awesome.
That arc is the size of the Titan's arc. It's like the same size.
It might be a little bit bigger, actually.
Yeah, it's big.
Because this is like 2 feet wide, and that arc I think is only 1 foot, if I remember correctly, if that.
So we don't have a price here, right?
Yeah, no price with New Age. It's kind of like up in the air as far as what it would be.
Yeah, it's gonna be up there.
At the height, you could use it as a review backdrop.
Yeah.
Next up, this isn't a new figure. It's an old figure, but it's a figure that got really up there in price. Contact Shot, which was Make Toys' version of Point Blank, is going back up for pre-order. So it'll be interesting to see. I know this is a figure that a lot of people slept on, and the prices were going like nuts on private sellers and eBay. So it'll be interesting to see how this does. I think it's a smart move for Make Toys, taking a highly sought after figure and reissuing it.
I don't know why this guy faded out the pictures. They're all like muted colors.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like that.
No, it doesn't. Like, this looks neon. It looks like they upped the saturation on it and
yeah, they oversaturated the picture.
Yeah,
it reminds me of my early photography.
It's a
Make
good
Toys,
figure.
call me.
What is it? RM50? Oh, that's a deposit.
Yeah, I'm not sure what RM is. And this I'm not familiar with this site. It was just it was linked.
Yep, nobody is.
Yeah.
That's why everyone's waiting for the real pre-order.
Yeah, but there is actual firm news from their social media that this is getting reissued.
Awesome.
Next up, speaking of reissues, we have not speaking of reissues. Speaking of pre-orders, so we looked at this guy. I don't think we looked at the silver version of him. This is the Mod Fans ruler, which is their roller. which is a masterpiece scaled roller that transforms. You can pair up with your MP44, your MP10.
The big news is the price. You
So this is Show Z. This is $35.99 on Show Z with their pre-order.
Wow, wild.
Yeah, it's really surprising to me that he's this inexpensive now. The robot mode, he's not going to be the biggest. So let's see. He's a 6-inch figure in robot mode.
Maybe there's no die cast.
I think it's going to be all plastic, but I mean, at least there's no waffles. Everything looks filled in. It looks like all the articulation is there.
For what you're getting for $30, like
right,
that's more than you're getting $30 from Hasbro.
Right. This looks to be like, about the equivalent of like a Voyager class figure. And I mean, like, you do get some accessories, like you get a hose for the gun / pump. He doesn't have opening and closing hands. He's just got 5mm ports. But I mean, this is about the price of a Hasbro Voyager. So really I mean, you got to look at like all the materials on here. You're getting transparent plastics for the lights.
Hopefully it's not crappy.
I'm hoping it's okay quality. Again, this is a new company.
No. So this is the same company that made. Do you remember those voice chip guns for Megatron, MB36 Megatron?
Oh, so is this Infinite Transformation?
It might be, but they're the same company that made those voice chip guns and the like light up guns.
Yeah, they were the replacement arm cannons.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But I mean, they never made a fully transforming figure prior.
No.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this looks like it has all the I mean, it looks like a very simple transformation. And I mean, for a sophomore or freshman effort for making a transformer, I mean, this looks like roller. And I think the robot mode looks cool. I specifically brought up the silver one because, we looked at the red and blue version prior. I'm going to go with the silver version myself. I like how this looks, and I think it. I like the idea of them being silver and kind of like looking more like a drone. In my
thing is, they're so cheap that
you get.
I bought both.
Yeah. I'm only getting one.
I only want one, but I'm going to review both and then decide which one I want because they're so cheap. It doesn't matter.
Or you keep one in robot mode and one as your
or I might do that.
But why would you when your Prime already comes with a roller? But either way, I'm in for this. I'm gonna pre-order this guy. He is out in I think the end of the year. Do they have a date? Now, if you don't want to order from Show Z, sites are going to have him, but he's going to be 15 more. So I think like Chosen Prime has him for $49.99. So I've had good luck with Show Z, but still, he as far as third-party pieces go, he is not that expensive now. We did have Brian Swanson mention another bit here. So recorder, and this is a little bit of a concern. Why there's a lag on here. So one of the things that's interesting is normally on Show Z, there's a little bit of a discount. I guess it's just a deposit there. Rewind said it too. But there was a little controversy earlier on because Recorder was up on Show Z for the same price as domestic partners. So it makes people wonder: is there going to be a Fans Toys price hike? Is there going to be?
I got this news yesterday. So I did a live stream for members, but basically I got confirmation that Fans Toys is price regulating Show Z. So they basically forced them to list it at 200.
Gotcha.
And not only that, but they said that they have to, for every new release, they have to list it at the same price as the US retail. Like go forward. So not just this.
More money for them.
I know that's more money for them, but what I foresee is I see more clearances.
Yeah, later.
Later down the line, because I don't think Fans Toys is selling as well as it used to. I don't think the fear of missing out is there. And
although this is sold out, which is
surprising. Oh, I was talking to Sportimus earlier. Like he had a heck of a time. Actually, I could tell his story. So Sportimus ordered Recorder from BBTS, they sent him a Sailor Moon lunchbox in its place.
What?
Yeah. Yes.
That takes
weird.
That's a
So-
whole class of luck unto itself.
So, Sportimus saw that he was sold out everywhere. He was like, and BBTS was like, oh, we don't know where it is. So I was talking to him before the show, and he was telling me that he ordered one from.
Who was supposed to buy it?
Yeah, so
Wait,
he
is it
was
sold out?
Sailor Moon lunchbox.
It sold out on BBTS. So he got his
Oh.
recorder off of BBTS. Then it sold out. Then when his package showed up, it was a Sailor Moon lunchbox, like a PX exclusive Sailor Moon lunchbox. And he opened up. He's like, "What the hell is this?"
He's still
So-
available though. You can.
Well,
get it.
he got him from the Chosen Prime, but then, funny enough, after he put his order in from the Chosen Prime, BBTS came back to him and was like, "Oh, we found your recorder. We're going to send it to you."
Oh my god.
So then he went back to the Chosen Prime. He's like, "Hey," well, he was telling me I've already canceled an order with them. They told me that if I canceled again, they'd close my account. So now he's got another recorder he needs to sell. So
It's messed up.
yeah, well, I don't think if it's selling out, I don't think he's going to have any issues selling it on the aftermarket. Hopefully, he makes some money out of it.
Yeah.
So
But-
Children Prime cancels your account.
That's what he said for
They're
excessive
not
cancel.
going to cancel it. They'll just charge a deposit.
Yeah.
They won't cancel it. They'll make you pay a deposit the next time.
Jedi says still waiting on my jive from BBTS.
So
Wow.
Bobby put out a story. I know you guys are not whatever about Bobby, but Bobby put out this. He basically canceled all of his business with BBTS. Canceled like $3,000 of pre-orders because he called them about a problem he had, and they wouldn't fix it.
Weird.
So he was like, "Well, I just want an apology. That's all I want," and they wouldn't even do that. So he canceled everything.
Wow.
That's weird. 'Cause I've never had any issues with BBTS.
Same here.
I like Sportimus. God bless him. He's had so many issues with BBTS. So I don't doubt people have the issues, but it's just crazy because every time I've reached out to their customer service, they've been very kind and
Same
very
here.
willing to resolve my problems.
Yep.
And then Sportimus, he showed me where they your Super 7 Thundercats, yeah, smash them. And then the ones he got were even worse. So he was like, "Well, I guess I'm stuck with these now."
Well, it seems as though lately there's a problem at BBTS.
Hmm.
Like I've had really good customer service with them, but something's happening lately.
I was gonna say the last time I had to
I
deal with their
feel-
customer service was with the acoustic wave tapes, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, the ones," because I had the Laserbeak, just one of the eyes wasn't painted. They're like, "Oh yeah,
right.
keep that set. We'll send you another one." So
Wow.
yeah, I was shocked because I was able to then sell the set. I was like, "Who wants this? You just got to paint an eye on." And I think Cobra Clan bought it from me. He's like, "I don't take a paint pen to that," So he got a good discount on the set, and then I got my set for almost nothing at that point. So,
But
is what it is. Let's get to our last bit of third party news, and then I'm going to kind of cherry pick the non Transformers news so we can.
I feel that you will be apologizing to me.
This last one comes from a company, TMT01. I'm not familiar with this company, but they are doing. It looks very, very similar to Transcraft, to be honest. But they're doing a Cybertronian Bumblebee movie, Bumblebee.
Don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't have a. Let me see if I can get a translate on this.
And as weird as it is, I actually would like that in non-Bumblebee colors. I mean, I like that design
Cliff Jumper,
a
because
lot. I
Cliff
think it would look
Jumper,
really good.
Cliff Jumper in the
Cliff
movie
Jumper.
was a Cybertronian mode the whole time before he got split in half.
Yep.
But,
So you can hold out and wait.
I
I'm
don't
Cliff Jumper,
understand.
part of the Autobot resistance.
I don't understand the weird. Hey, we're gonna give him a hammer. That was a thing in the last night.
They wanted him to have more than one accessory.
Give him the battle blade that he actually used.
Nah, that's too easy.
I like this. This is clean. Now, so the translation. Let me go back here because I had it up.
Did it show us back?
Yeah, I just had that up.
Mhm.
Looks good.
The back is super clean on this. So it makes me wonder how complex or
that's the biggest question, because these new companies, these like pop-up companies that disappear,
yeah,
that's what they do. They make a
Super
beautiful
complicated.
thing that's horrible to transform,
yeah.
and it's you basically are going to leave it in robot mode.
So let me read
Oh,
off
so
the
how you
translation
enjoying that
here.
Waspinator?
Yeah, that wasn't Metagate, was it? That was I know Deluxe reviewed that thing. He messaged me on he gave me a DM. He was like, "Fuck this thing." So this is TMT01 Bumblebee retail $699. I don't know what that is. I don't know whether that's I'm assuming this is a Chinese currency. So I'm not really sure what the point of reference is there, but it's his Cybertronian form. It says 3A proportion, meaning he's probably going to be masterpiece scale or a little bit bigger. So I'm guessing he's probably going to be around that MDLX size. Let's see. The figure is 21 centimeters tall. The car is 21 centimeters long. It weighs 450 grams, similar to 3A Bumblebee's old-fashioned painting with 2 magnetically controlled lights on the chest and the hand cannon. But I guess the head too, what we saw. 2 modes of the head mask can be deformed into one piece, meaning he has a battle mask, 16 alloy parts in the whole body, so he has die cast, 12 ratcheted joints, rubber tires, ships before the end of the year.
8.27 inches.
My experience with magnetic lights is they don't last long.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them. I prefer like what 3.0 does, where you actually just press on the head crest and it lights up. I actually really like the way that they do it, where the top of the head pops off with magnets and there's a carriage for the batteries, and yeah.
Hopefully the regular eyes aren't dead like they like to do.
You saw the other stuff, right? That they're making?
This company?
Yeah.
No.
They're making a TLK Optimus Prime, a Bumblebee movie Bumblebee, which transforms in here. I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
You probably want to see it, but they're making a Camaro Bumblebee.
Oh shit!
And they're making a Soundwave, a movie Soundwave, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
those are some complex transformations.
So Ridiculous Badger agrees with you. He says these pop-up companies make great-looking figures, but it's not expertly engineered. And yeah, sometimes I prefer a little bit of simplicity over complete accuracy when it comes to these. So let's go ahead and we'll open up that link real quick. So, and I lost the link. There we are. There it is. So okay, I see they've got a whole lineup over on Show Z.
3 different Bumblebees: the Camaro, the Beetle, and the Cybertronian one.
Wow. So they don't even have. And why does he come with a sword? That's weird. That looks like Last Night Optimus's sword.
So weird.
I mean, this Camaro one looks good, but I would bank on there being a NPM version of Camaro Bumblebee.
Like, look how far along they are, though. Like,
yeah, I mean, they've got actual physical prototypes. So this looks very, very, very similar to the Transcraft one, because those little notches on the top.
Completely unrelated, but just because I'm on the site, Show Z is charging $132 for the MDLX Starscream.
Wow.
that is bizarro.
They probably don't get a discount.
Yeah, that so with any of the official companies, they don't get any discount. They're bread and butters.
Charging less. Yeah, that's that.
They get like New Age or Transform Element or all those companies.
Yeah, this looks a lot like Challenger,
right?
I mean, it'll be curious. It'll be interesting to see what this company's like, what their reputation is as far as reviews go.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool stuff.
Kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and it's amazing. You know, I think a lot of people kind of harp on, you know, the third-party companies that have closed or reduced their status, like Make Toys and TFC is another big one. Though TFC is still around.
Jedi Mindset said they teased this figure 2 years ago.
Wow. I mean, I have the New Age one, and that one is really, really well done. So I wouldn't get this, but this does look good, to be honest. Like this looks a lot like the New Age one. So I'm curious, you know, I'd have to look at some side by sides. I'll do that after the show and just see if any of this stuff lines up with Transcraft and that's sold out too. Wow. Let's get into our non-Transformers news. I know we're tight up on time. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go ahead and pick 3 of these. So let me get back into StreamYard here. And the first one up, this is an interesting one. They're really gearing up for X-Men 97. So that's coming on, I think, Disney Plus this summer. And this is something that I don't think that they've really done before for Marvel Legends is straying away from the MCU for these props. So they're doing a Magneto helmet, an adult-sized Magneto helmet, and it looks really well done.
They haven't made a helmet?
Oh, I like it.
Well, they've done Star-Lord's helmet, but I don't know that they've done any other. Oh no, they've done multiple because they did the Iron Spider helmet, they did Black Panther, they did Iron Man, they did War Machine, they did they did that one game version of the Punisher version of War Machine.
That was the game version. That was a comic.
I thought it was based off of the helmet that he had in that one mobile game. Now I know Punisher War Machine was in the comics, but I thought that particular helmet was based off because it had the Game Reverse branding on it.
Dude, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Star-Lord, Black Panther, Iron Spider,
yeah,
Punisher, Iron Man, another Black Panther, and Ant-Man.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, they did the Ant-Man one as well. But you know, mostly they stick to the MCU. So it's cool to see, you know, yeah, absolutely. It's cool to see an X-Men prop finally, and then also to see something that's based more off of a comic or animation design.
Yeah. Missed opportunity to put it on a magnetic stand.
Yeah, and so that's the one thing. This does come with a stand, but I mean, this is coming in at $99.99 as the MSRP. Do I see the value there? No. I think this is nothing. No lights, no features. You know, some of these helmets are really feature packed. Like the Star-Lord one had a lot. It had like light up eyes, and it had sounds. It had like a powering on effect. Same thing with like the Spider-Man one and the Black Panther one.
Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man had like the magnets.
That's all I gotta say.
What was that, T?
GameStop clearance.
Yeah, and that's probably your safest bet that these will hit GameStop clearance.
But it's Magneto. It looks cool. Buy it.
I'm sure that there are like people that are X-Men fans have been chomping at the bit for role play stuff, and I think that's what they're banking on is that like, hey, we'll do this, and the diehards will buy it up, and then it'll sell to more.
In my house, if there's X-Men role playing going on, I have to ask the missus to wear a red wig.
Oh Jesus!
Next.
All right. Next up, we're gonna look at the NECA Ultimate Lexington. So we get a good look at him finally. Let's go here.
Oh.
So I think we really only seen like a couple shots of him prior.
I don't remember seeing this.
Well, I mean, he was a back of the product shot for I think like the Xanatos box, and then like NECA did like their homage to like the little. Remember when you used to get little fold out pamphlets and toys?
Mm-hmm.
But here we get a look at his actual accessories and the figure in some dynamic poses.
So his wings are flexible.
Yeah, so that's the other thing too, is he actually has soft good wings.
That looks cool. So
I was wondering how they were going to handle this, but yeah.
I think it's flexible plastic because it's keeping the shape.
It's probably going to be like that vinyl-ish plastic that they like to use, but I I think this looks really well done. I think you get a good amount of accessories. He's going to be a smaller guy, but I mean, given that the gargoyles are a lot bigger than your standard figures, I think that'll work pretty well. I don't see any issues with this for the price, to be honest.
What's the price?
I think he's going to be that $34.99.
Sorry. Womack was saying should have been 70. I think he was talking about the helmet.
Oh,
Yeah,
the helmet. I
I
110% agree that helmet should have been like $69.99.
Magneto and X-Men. You're gonna pay it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Matt's still in on the gargoyle stuff. T, are you in for this one?
I have one gargoyle.
Oh, well, so me and Matt. And the last little bit, this is kind of less news and more of an in-hand picture, but it's news and discussion worthy in the sense that a lot of people are upset with the way Shipwreck turned out. So Shipwreck is starting to get in the hands of some collectors.
Still looks better than Falcon.
It looks way better than Falcon. I will agree. But yeah, the face is not the same as the renders. I don't think this looks terrible, though.
You have a close up?
It doesn't look bad to me, so I'm not gonna be mad.
Yeah. So like
Probably
the hair comes
better.
off to accommodate the hat. But yeah, this face. So let's go ahead and we'll pull up classified Shipwreck here.
You have a close up of that?
I'm trying.
Oh, okay.
Like the problem with these sites is the way that they do their pictures. It is very hard to get a zoom because they have them embedded in a way. So here, this is enhance, and yeah. So let's go back to like the product shots of what we were shown in the renders. So this is how he was presented in the renders, and again, it is not as bad as Falcon, but it's just very off. Like the mustache is thinner, the eyebrows are thinner.
Are you showing something? We're not seeing it.
Oh, let me go back to my screen here.
Oh, well, never mind.
All we're looking at is.
I'm sharing the window. I'm not sharing the whole screen. So let me go ahead.
Share the window and the
Here we
wall.
go.
No.
There we go. So there you get a better look. You know, the render versus the final product. So,
I mean, okay, man, they even changed the chest hair. He's got curlier hair chest hair.
It's got more darker chest hair.
I'm gonna say this again. Yes, that the initial render does look a little better. The face is a little rounder, but this is not bad. This is nowhere
right. It's not liver lip Falcon here, but still. I can see where people would be upset.
It's a different.
The mustache
angle
is definitely thinner.
Yeah. Let me go back and see if we can find a picture of him.
Isn't this
hat on?
Uncommon? Like they've been nailing these face sculpts, so this just seems like an odd thing that from render to product.
I'm willing to bet all of
mustache
them.
Oh no, it's gonna look like this guy's package right there. Yeah, it's weird. Of anything here, the only thing that's bugging me is the mustache. It's just so thin.
I don't know why it's not opening up that image.
This is trimmed like mine should be trimmed.
They didn't do close-ups with the hat on. I'm never gonna have the regular hair.
Yeah. I won't either.
It does look better with the hat.
Here we go. So let's go ahead and we'll zoom in here.
That does look better.
It looks better with the hat, but it's not. It's like the expression is just way off. I mean, and then also you look at like where how the beard should have connected to the sideburns, and there's this odd breakup there. Again, it's not.
It's probably a QC thing, like that Outback that I reviewed from it was off.
It also looks like he got henna on his chest instead of hair.
Yeah, it does. Like they tried with the digital printing, but yeah, it does look like
he was going to an Indian wedding and then
right. Like it should
Or
have
he's got
been
an
way
Indian
more
girlfriend
subtle.
who marks him. No one shall take my man.
Yeah. So this isn't a deal breaker for me, but it's just it's more of a disappointment, and it's just unfortunate to see the quality of the classified line start to take a dip.
Like I don't have a dog in this fight, so I don't know how bad or good it is. I just find it odd that it's like, why is it changing?
It's hard to say. It's like Hasbro has laid off a lot of people. They laid off one of their tenured sculptors, and I'm curious if they put less experienced people into like the production team. You know, just certain things here are off. Like you can see here, if you look really closely, you can see where like some of the beard is sculpted, but it's not painted right. So it does make you wonder, is this a QC issue? Is this going to be a limited thing? Is this just one person who got a bad figure? But you also just look, there are changes in the face that I legitimately don't think that paint is the culprit.
Well, that's definitely that. I'm looking at that mustache. It needs more paint, definitely.
Yeah.
Larkin said he can fix it.
Yeah, well, Larkin says I don't think he's wrong. The paint stamping does look off, and I the first Falcon I got, the face was messed up on him, so I did an exchange with Amazon, and it was better enough to the point where I was like, well, I don't hate having this guy in my collection.
I do.
Like the first Falcon I got, it looked like he had like hair dye, and it was running down his forehead.
You got the Giuliani version?
Yeah. So. But this it's just yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, he's all right.
I'm still getting it. I'm not canceling my
Actually,
pre-order.
one little palate cleanser here. We'll move from classified because I did want to pull this up. Kotobukiya's Mega Man model. We'll wrap up on this. We'll wrap up on a positive thing coming out. So. Does anybody have experience with Kotobukiya model kits?
Haven't built one, but I know.
Larkin, that you get 15,000 figure action points for that comment, my friend. Because I can just imagine him going in with a shoebox full of Marvel Legends and being like, "Hey, you get a minute." I've only ever seen Kotobukiya at conventions. Like I've seen him at Star Wars Celebration, I've seen him at every Comic-Con, but I've never actually gotten hands on. I love Mega Man, and you know the Jazzware stuff coming out, it looked neat. And I have a Sentinel Mega Man, but this kit just like it really nails the look of Mega Man, and I love. Yeah, there's breakup in the sculpt, but as far as Mega Man figures go, even as a model kit. Like this really nails all the aesthetics.
Yeah.
This is specifically Mega Man 11. He had some changes to his design, or is this a different figure?
I think this is based off of Mega Man 11, but
they have. Is this the right figure? They have one coming out that it's definitely based on Mega Man 11. It has the lines in the chest.
Yeah.
Well, they've got a lot coming. We've got a good amount coming out for these guys, but they all look good.
Are we looking at the right thing?
Here, this is from Rockman Corner because I have seen that other one too, and it does look good. So
this looks like the Sentinel one.
Yeah, well, that one was Kotobukiya, but here's the other one. Let's see if there's streamlined pictures of it.
Yeah, that's the one. I want that one.
Yeah, this one looks good too,
especially with the unmasked head, on helmeted head. I mean,
yeah, the hair.
Why not the Jada one?
I mean, the Jada one looks fine. It's just.
I'm gonna get the Jada.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the aesthetics of this just nails the look of Mega Man from the art. Like way better than the Jada one. Now, again, the Jada one has the benefit of being like $20. You know, I don't see any price on this Kotobukiya kit, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be around the ballpark of 50 or 60. maybe 45 if you order
Oh, okay.
from an Asian site. But again, I don't have any point of reference as far as the quality. Like, does this feel like a model kit, or is this just a figure that you have to put together? Ooh, Axel, nobody likes him.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah, but
Looking
I
at
just
these
wanted to have
pictures,
a
it look better than Flame Toys.
yeah. And again, the other question is this pre-painted? I've seen Kotobukiya kits that look like they become pre-painted and you just snap them together. So
I think it's colored plastic with the stickers on the
better
eyes.
be. 'Cause
Colored
I
plastic
would
with stickers
never
on
be
the
able to
eyes.
colorize.
I would guess that they would be, if they are, if they're not painted on, it would probably be like dry transfer or wet transfer decals. But I would guess they'd be pre-painted on. I mean, this looks way too good to be a decal.
You'd be surprised.
Wow, look at that slide effect.
I think I remember them. I remember there was a kit out there somewhere that had sticker eyes, but also had a blank face if you wanted to paint your own eyes. Can't remember what it was, but this reminds me of that.
So is it?
Yeah, I had more news, but we spent so much time on the Transformers roundup. I wanted to kind of limit it. If you're wondering what else we're going to cover, it would have been the multiverse stuff, the Two-Face Batman and the Jokerized Batman. I had the Papa from Ghost on there from Super 7, but we can always talk about that.
I'm kind of interested, but the rest you got, no one else really would be. So meh.
And then the other one was more of a probably only Dave and I would care, but I don't think either of us are collecting the Samurai Showdown figures. So
correct. We're good.
So
we're good.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. So as T gives me the big thumbs up there. So yeah, that'll do it for tonight's episode. So
we love y'all.
Jay Holla, make sure you
send
me over an email because I owe you a shirt. So let me know what design you want. The link is in the description below. So let me know what design, what size, where to ship it. I'll get that to you. Message me on Instagram. Message me on
Jay Holla
email. Jay Holla.
He already sent the email.
Oh, he did. Okay, good. Yeah. So Jay, I'll get your shirt ordered and sent out to you tomorrow. It'll take a few weeks, but I'll get it ordered for you. As Dave mentioned, we'll have another episode of Figure Reaction coming up in the near future. And I've got, I'll probably in the beginning of June do another giveaway. I've got a couple things in box here. So we'll get that out of my hair and into your collection. I won't spoil what it is, but stay tuned. So anyway, thanks to everybody who popped in the chat, who watched us tonight. We love you guys. Wouldn't be able to do this without you all. So make sure you slam that like button. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Ring that notification bell because you're going to want to know when the next episode of Figure Reaction's coming up. And also check the Teespring link. Get some of our merch out there. Look good and help us out. And that'll do it. We'll see you all next time. Next Thursday, 9 o'clock Eastern on the Figure Action YouTube channel. Peace out. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.
Look good. Be good. Drink your water.
Drink your water.